Hello. Welcome to DK Boljat. I am painting the little hummingbird and I'm still working on her head. So hopefully you're able to work along with me. I'm putting in the little feathers on her head and they are more muted at the top here. So I'm not going to have as much definition. Put a little bit of green on here for the next. It doesn't even hardly show, so I'm going to mix it with a lighter green too. My cat keeps trying to come over here. He's trying to come lay right by the painting while I'm painting. He's a sweetheart. Okay, so I need it to be a little bit lighter green. And then I'm just going to start painting that in at the base because it has just little flecks of white, which I'll be doing. Just going to go at the base of her head. We're going to go and put the darker side. It's got dark right here, right above her eye. And it comes down to a little sort of a triangle. There we go. And she also has dark right here in the front. And this goes all the way down her head, sort of to the base of the head. There we go. And then all I'm noticing on the top here is that there's going to be a little bit of white in places. So I'm going to grab I'm using a round brush. This one, the one I was doing the green, is 3 round, 3-0 round, 3/0. And then I have one that has a light green on it, and it is it's a liner. And then I have one that is 12/0, so it's a bit smaller, and this has white on it. And I want it smaller so I can define where the white's going and put it in detail. I'm just gonna start putting that in. I can kind of see it makes a little line down her head. Get a little bit more paint on it. And when I'm loading the paint, I'm rolling it. So I can show you, like right here on my glove. So I load it and then I roll it so that it comes out nice and sharp. All right, so I'm going to continue and put in little bits of white. That might be a little bit too much white, but we'll see. She has the bottom of her eye, and then a little bit between these feathers here. There's a little bit of white at the tip of the feathers. There we go. We're just giving the illusion of it. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be believable. It's going to look like a painting, but it'll look more like the real hummingbird. So I'm going to get the green to replace where I accidentally put a little bit too much white, and just go right over it with the green. That is my cat. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit more gray into that. So I might add a little bit of gray. Well, it actually has some already here, so maybe I'll be okay. Just put in the lighter green because there's already gray right there mixed in. And she has her neck feathers. I'm just still using the green. It's a lighter green. It's a hooker's green with a little bit of white. And then I noticed on the side of her head, she actually has a little bit of white in that area where I was putting in the, so I'm going to go there and do it. Putting in the darker, she has a few flecks of white in her feathers. Put that in there. Yes, that's my cat, Watson. He's a talker. Oh, here he comes. And I hope he stays off the table, just for now anyway. All right, so I'm gonna continue with the feathers. So this is just little bits of light green that I'm putting on the back to show that there's actually feathers here. It's not just all one big green area. And if I go, like right here, I put a little too much white, but it's okay. I'm gonna grab the green brush. I got that loaded with the green paint. And this is acrylic paint, and it will not, it's not gonna dry that fast. You just don't wanna leave it here for a long time. the brushes won't dry up on you. Grab the white again. And I'll just put that line in. Of white. You can see a little bit of sky color right here. I'm gonna go over that with green. Probably hard to see where you're at, but I'm gonna go over it with green. Believe me, there's a little bit of sky color there. Yes, and now I will put more white. Light green with white to give illusion of flowers. Give illusion of feathers. That's what I meant to say. Feathers. Okay. And we're going back to the white. Little bits of white all the way down her back. There's just sort of feathers. So I'm putting white in and I'm going to go right over it with the green. I need to have that little edge of white, but I don't need that whole area white. There we go. And this is actually not too gray, it's actually green. It's the feathers of her body. Okay. And this will be more black, I think. But right now I'm just putting in the feathers on her back. Getting more green. And it's white mixed together with green. And just putting in suggestions of feathers. I will put more detail in with the oil. I'm almost ready to switch up to oil. On her head, I noticed that there's more white, so I will continue. And then I can clean it up with a little bit of the light green. I'm just going back and forth between the two brushes. They're all loaded. There's actually 3 brushes. And one's a dark green, one's a light green, and one is white. Okay, she has a little bit of light green right there. That was good. And I think that might be good for the feathers right now. I'm going to rinse off this brush. And she has a little bit of white on her tail. I'll put that on there. It's on the tail feathers. And to get a sharp edge, I'm going to turn it upside down. So I can get a sharp edge on that tail feather. And I want to go just around the outside edge. Probably could be sharper, but we'll just keep going. And on the bottom of that one too. And then I can just get a clean brush. It's just a round brush. This is it is a number 2 blick round. And then I'm gonna clean this up with the wet brush. As you can see, I'm just gonna take that brush and pull the paint right off of there. I hope that went back too close to where it was. And somehow I got something on the top of this. I don't know what that is, but I'm just noticing it. Maybe it was from last time I painted. That's okay. When I paint oil over it, you won't see it. All right. So her stomach is light gray, white, and green. It is gray, white, and green. Get the paint off of these brushes. There we are. And I will go for that, which is going to be gray. is burnt umber ultramarine and a little bit of poker green and then white. Okay. A little bit of white. Oh, that's pretty close. I'm rinsing these guys off. The brushes are getting rinsed off. I think that's going to be it for today. Next time I come back, I'm probably going to put a little black on here. And also, she needs to have a branch to sit on, so I'll have to put a branch in, and then I will switch over to oil. I think it's going to be pretty much ready for oil. I'm so glad you joined me today, and I hope you like this video, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. All right, we'll have an awesome day and enjoy. Thanksgiving's coming up quick.